Hey, this is Gary with the Deal Funders at thedealfunders.com, and we're here at our assisted living facility in Florida, and we're going inside looking at some different things. When you're looking at a facility, one of the things you need to look for is the availability. We're going to swing around real quick and just shoot down the street. You can see that we have a big 4-lane road. It's got good traffic. That's a very important thing for a facility. When you're looking for something, what you're going to try to do is market this facility. You're going to have good signage, good things on that road. You're going to try to put it out there. Most people don't take the time to look at every aspect. There's a lot of things on a facility you need to know. There's a lot of expense in a fire sprinkler. We'll look over here to the right. We can see our fire sprinkler on the building is red. Then you can see out at the ground out here, we have fire sprinkler out there. You want to have everybody gets all excited about a building before they start looking at things. Fire extinguishers are very, very expensive. You also want entrance and egress. You want good windows. You want this is pretty much a facility that takes care of itself on the outside. We've got a good roof. We've got different materials on the outside that are long term. We have gutters. This building is in great shape. Inside, we had to do a lot of renovations. We're going to show you some pictures of those as we talk, and some different things inside. We'll also go inside for a few minutes and look around. It's just important that you find the right property. What we try to do is train you to find that property so we can fund it together. This is actually one of our properties of our Deal Funder. If you watched earlier videos, you heard me mention a guy named Dan. This is his property, and he found it, and we're funding it and making it happen. And he tends to make good money per month coming up when it's cash flowing. All of them don't cash flow at first. If somebody tells you they do, that's not true. We'll try to tell you the right way, the true way, but then also the cash flow that if we wish to sell it or we keep it, we make those decisions, what's best for all of us as a group. Come on down to thedealfunders.com. We got a lot of things. We're going to go inside in a minute, show you those things, but come on down, take a look at the information things we have. Learn to find something like this 24-bed facility, 12 rooms. It's awesome. You're going to like it. Let's go inside. All right, so let's take a look around inside. There's a lot of things when you come in the building to look for. One of the things was, you're going to see in some of the pictures as you see the place, was this used to be a tile floor. Now we have carpet. We've come in and put special flooring in where the vinyl is and in all the bathrooms. We went up and you can see we've put up a large screen TV for the people of the place to enjoy, and some furniture. And the pictures, I'm going to go through and show you some of the pictures on and off that are before and after. You're going to be shocked at what happens. But it's the little things. Remember, just like on the storage facility, it's the little things that you got to watch out for. There's so many things here that you wouldn't think you have to do. Like all the plugs need to be changed, or they're old, or they don't work. Or all the painting or things that have to be done. All the light bulbs that you got to change. All the things that are in the attic that don't belong that you got to pull down and get out. Every sprinkler head, just everything that's involved on the inside of a building, those are the kind of things you need to learn to watch out for. It's the little things that cost you a lot of money. This is a great unit. If you take a look across here back towards our kitchen area and our dining room area, it's an absolute fabulous unit. But the problem is, we have to go through and look. When we're looking to buy a property, we've got to look for the things that do matter, the things that will cost us money. We've got to figure in the flooring. We've got to figure in the painting. We've got to figure in new light fixtures in some areas. We're going to walk down the hallway and to the right. I'm not going to speak because we don't want to interrupt the people that live here, but we go down the hallway and you can see we had to go through each and every door. You have multiple doors. You have bathroom doors. There's so much that we didn't know before that we know now, that we try to teach and train, that we learn from buying these facilities. And every time we buy one, we learn something new. Every time we go to find a building or a storage facility or a house, we learn something new. We always want to pass on everything we can to you to make you the kind of deal funders we need. All right, let's walk down the hall real quick and take a look. All right, so one of the things we do is we go in and we put all new carpet. That quietens the unit down quite a bit. It makes it very nice. I'm going to take you in and show you a single room, what they look like. This is one of our single rooms with a bed. You can kind of get a view around a little bit. And we try to make them nice. Let me show you one of the bathrooms. In the bathrooms, we put hospital grade PVC floor. We put in new toilets with the special flushing units just to fix the place up, to make it a little bit nicer. You wouldn't think about it, but 12 toilets all got to be replaced. Somebody's got to buy them, right? 12 sinks or 12 faucets, somebody's got to buy them. Go through and find all the little things that are going to cost you money and run you in the long run. It seems like we always look for the large things, but sometimes it's the little things that cost all the money. Find those items, figure out what it is we need to do. Get in with us, find a deal, bring it to deal funders. Let's work together to find a new deal. Come in and get some training. We've got a lot of trainings going on. Don't forget Castle Mountain. We're going to be getting together in October. Be there for that. We've got a lot of different things that are happening. We want you to come be a part of it. So let's go look one more time at a double. Let's show what a double room is. Follow me. This is a double room. We have 2 beds. So in this room, each bed brings in about $2,400, $2,500. And then 2 people would be able to stay in this room, stay together, have companionship, enjoy one another. They each have their own closets. There's a lot of things. The bathrooms are exactly identical, but there's a lot of things here. The shower rooms are awesome. The staff here is unbelievable. I'm going to show you a picture in a minute of me and the guy that runs this facility for me and in charge, and also one of the deal finders. His wife is the administrator. You're going to hear her speak in a minute. All of these things, we work together to build a team with a force that can't be stopped. Hey, come join us and be a part of it. This is Dan and Vicki, and Dan and Vicki Nelson run the unit here, and they do a great job. And they've hired the staff. They put this thing together. Dan's done hours and hours and hours of work, and so has Vicki. And so we just want to ask you guys a few questions. Vicki, what is it that made you want to get into assisted living the most? What is it that really, this is why I want to be in this business? I just want you to tell everybody, as a deal finder, what made you want to be here?
Well, when Dan and I got into real estate investing, the thing that was most important to us was not to only make money, but to impact other people's lives. And so when we got this opportunity to do the assisted living facilities, it really excited us because, you know, we have this really great opportunity to really honor people at the end of their lives. And with the baby boomers retiring, it's a really growing market. We got in a good location, and you know, it's just something where you can make money and impact lives at the same time.
Absolutely awesome. Dan, tell me this. What are some of the things that you've done here in the facility to get the community to know about us, to find us here?
Well, that's a great question. We've really tried to engulf ourselves in this community. This place is a lot like Mayberry. It's a very small town. And so one of the things that we did in the research process is we learned what the demographic was like, what type of people were down here. And we learned that the veterans are down here, and there's a huge presence of veterans. So we got involved with the Veterans Foundation right from the start. In addition to that, we joined some other local organizations, networking organizations. We had open houses here. We hosted luncheons here. We got the news press involved, which is the local newspaper, the local television show involved. And we've done as much as we could to just get as much attention for us as possible. At this point, you know, the mayor has become a friend of ours, and he stops by on occasion for a cup of coffee or just to chat. So things like that, just trying to do whatever we can to reach out to the people around us, to the community around us, and to the movers and the shakers, those that are actually involved in the betterment of the community. Those are the people that we want to get involved with and build relationships with.
Vicki, what was the hardest thing you've had to do so far of getting this whole thing together? Was it the books? What is it? What's the hardest thing you felt that putting together assisted living facility, you know, that really is tough?
Yeah, you know, it was the books, because we basically started with a blank slate. So I just had to pour through the ACA manual and read all the regulations and understand them, and make sure that I talked to the right people to get clarification on things if I didn't know exactly what they were looking for. And then to develop relationships with other people throughout the industry to answer my questions, because I have my MBA, I have a business background, but I didn't have so much of the healthcare background. I had some work with a healthcare accreditation company, and so understand how important compliance is, but not having the direct care healthcare background, just developing the relationships so I can call people and ask them for clarification, or develop the relationships through ACA, the regulating agency, and FALA, who actually make the laws, and develop the right relationships to get the answers to questions I needed, and then just taking the time to make sure that my books are perfect for when the surveyor came and when they come in the future.
Good. Dan, outside of working for me, what is the hardest thing that let's leave that part out, is the hardest thing you found here at the facility, or what you had to do to get in to get this going? What is it you feel like was the hardest work for you?
You know, I think the most challenging thing is actually getting the residents to come in here. There's so much competition in the area. you have to set yourself apart, and that's really what we try to do with our marketing and our outreach. Is we try to show how we're different, and now it's about proving that we're different. And so it's establishing that reputation, not just talking the talk, but now we have to walk the walk. And as we do that, and as our reputation builds, and we're consistent with what we're saying, the people are starting to come in. So we're really excited about that opportunity.
Good. Do both of you feel like this has absolutely changed your lives? Was it worth it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you had to say to somebody who's out there right now getting ready to be a deal finder and to go find other deals for us to look for and look at and do, what would you say?
I would say do it.
Yeah,
It's
do
a
it.
lot of hard work, but it's worth the time. Turn the TV off. Look at the properties.
That's me laughing, by the way. I'm sorry it's shaking. Go back to turn the TV off. I like that one.
Turn the TV off. Stop watching the football game. You can DVR and watch it later, because doing the research really is important. And that was really the most important thing for us, is we did the research long before we even looked at the properties down here. We figured out first where we wanted to go and why. Then we narrowed it down from there. And that is what I would encourage you to do. Do your research, know your area, know your demographic, know what you're trying to do, know your competition, know your city laws, your regulations, your zoning, all of those things that you really need to have and have knowledge of in order to take the first step once you actually acquire the property.
Awesome.
And I would say set goals, set realistic goals, and then set goals to your wildest imagination. And then really take the steps and do the work needed to get there. Don't just, put out your dream and then, try to let the pieces fall into place. We've worked tirelessly to get this thing up and running, get it perfect, and putting in the hours and the time. But, it's really paid off for us, and you feel a sense of accomplishment doing it. And then, when the residents do move in and their family members and friends tell them, that they haven't seen them as happy and healthy in 10 years, I mean, you really can't beat that. And then to be making money at the same time, I mean, it's the best of both worlds, and I couldn't imagine having a better job and a more fulfilling job.
Now, while you're doing this deal and making this money and getting it set up, do you have another deal that's going right now that you live in every day?
It's like we share the same brain. I was going to say, but don't stop there. Yes, we do. We have an awesome house that we live in that is also part of what we're doing down here. And we're making an unbelievable, crazy amount of money off of it. That would freak you out if you actually knew. But in addition to that, we have multiple other deals around the state and around the country. So once you find that great property, don't stop there. Keep going, because you never know which one's going to work out best for you. Keep looking, keep striving, keep pushing. Like Vicki said, keep shooting for the stars, because if you do, eventually you're going to reach them.
Yeah, and with our house, I mean, it's an investment, but it's a house that we both love, I feel safe in, and, to be able to live in a house that you absolutely love, and then in a few years sell it and make a ton of money, live in a house you absolutely love and sell it and make a ton of money, I mean, it's just...
So you're going to repeat the process? Is that what you're trying to say? You're just going to repeat it over and over again?
Yeah,
If
just
you can make
as we get the house perfect, but no,
I mean,
it's worth it.
I think you
though.
stand maybe to make anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 in your house. Would you agree with that?
Oh,
Yeah.
And so if you do that every 2 years, what's your tax rate on that? Your income tax on it?
It's pretty much right around zero.
Zero. That's right. $250,000 per person for a couple. $500,000 every 2 years if you live in it 2 out of the 5 years. That's the kind of stuff you want to learn. So good deal, you guys. So you kind of see that there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things when assisted living that's exciting. You've got to get in. I want you to become just like these two. I want to change your life. Give me a chance. Trust me. Get in, try, fight hard, work hard, and let's see something happen. The deals are there. You got to find them. It's no free lunch. Anybody who told you they're everywhere, you just go out and you make it happen, that's not true. It's a job. It's work. But the payoff is such long term, and the amount of money you can make in the long term, or even sometimes in the short term, if we had to sell a project or do something, you would see that amazing amount of money too. Come in, join us, make a difference. Go to thedealfunders.com, thedealfunders.com, and get in with us and be a part of the team. Don't forget our training that we've teamed up with castlemountainteam.com, Castle Mountain Team, you can see it below.com. And let's get together, let's work, let's build a future. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day. And remember, at the Deal Funders, we want to fund your deal.